In the ever-evolving landscape of superhero cinema, few characters are as unexpected, outrageous, or enduring as the Toxic Avenger. Now, more than 4 decades after the cult classic first graced the silver screen, the Toxic Avenger is making a triumphant and unrated return, with a new film set for theatrical release on August 29th, 2025. This reboot, directed by Macon Blair, not only pays homage to the wild spirit of the original, but also reimagines the story for a new generation, one that revels in dark comedy, over-the-top horror, and biting satire. At the core of this highly anticipated revival stands Peter Dinklage, stepping into the unlikely role of Winston Goose. Winston is no typical superhero. Far from the chiseled, caped archetype, he begins as an unassuming janitor working in a world that is indifferent, even hostile, to the underdog. But when a freak accident leaves him doused in toxic waste, Winston is transformed, physically mutated, yet endowed with new strength and a fierce sense of justice. Thus, the Toxic Avenger, affectionately known as Toxie, is born, part monster, part Avenger, and all heart. Joining Dinklage in this bold reimagining is an eclectic and powerful cast. Jacob Tremblay, known for his remarkable performances at a young age, brings depth and warmth to the story. At the core of this highly anticipated revival stands Peter Dinklage, stepping into the unlikely role of Winston Goose. Winston is no typical superhero. Far from the chiseled, caped archetype, he begins as an unassuming janitor working in a world that is indifferent, even hostile, to the underdog. But when a freak accident leaves him doused in toxic waste, Winston is transformed, physically mutated, yet endowed with new strength and a fierce sense of justice. Thus, the Toxic Avenger, affectionately known as Toxie, is born, part monster, part Avenger, and all heart. The journey to the big screen has not been without its challenges. After premiering at Fantastic Fest in September 2023, the film quickly garnered attention, both for its audacious content and its creative direction. Early buzz was overwhelmingly positive, with critics awarding it a striking 92% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Audiences praised its fearless embrace of graphic violence and irreverent humor, hallmarks of the original that are amplified in this new iteration. However, the film's unapologetic approach to gore and satire made it a tricky proposition for traditional distributors. Initially described as unreleasable, the Toxic Avenger reboot faced significant hurdles in securing a wide release. Many questioned whether a film so gleefully subversive could find its place in today's theatre landscape. But in a move that delighted fans of boundary-pushing cinema, Cineverse stepped in during January 2025, acquiring distribution rights and announcing that the film would have an unrated, wide theatrical release. This decision underscores the studio's confidence in the film's unique appeal and signals a new willingness in Hollywood to embrace projects that defy convention. The reboot's marketing campaign has further stoked anticipation. The official Red Band trailer pulls no punches, showcasing the film's embrace of graphic violence, slapstick, and razor-sharp satire. In these glimpses, viewers see that the spirit of Toxie is alive and well, wielding his iconic mop and doling out justice in the most outrageous ways imaginable. The trailer also hints at the film's underlying message, that even the most downtrodden among us can rise up, fight back, and become heroes in their own right. One of the film's most compelling aspects is its ability to walk the fine line between homage and reinvention. Fans of the 1984 original will recognize the gleeful anarchy and subversive humor that made Toxie a cult icon. But director Macon Blair infuses the story with fresh energy and contemporary relevance. The Reboot addresses modern anxieties about pollution, corporate greed, and the marginalization of everyday people, while never losing sight of its comic book roots. The result is a film that feels both timeless and utterly of the moment. Peter Dinklage's casting as Winston Goose is a masterstroke. Known for his nuanced performances and magnetic screen presence, Dinklage brings a depth and humanity to Toxie that elevates the character beyond parody. His portrayal captures both the vulnerability of an underdog and the righteous fury of a superhero wronged by society. In recent months, Dinklage even appeared in a hilariously irreverent commercial for Liquid Death, further cementing his status as the face and unlikely spokesman of this new era for the Toxic Avenger. The supporting cast is equally notable. Kevin Bacon, with his trademark blend of charm and menace, delivers a performance that is both memorable and menacing, while Elijah Wood brings his signature eccentricity to the project, adding unexpected layers of humor and unpredictability. Jacob Tremblay and Taylor Page ground the film with emotional resonance, ensuring that the story remains relatable even as it veers into the absurd. With its unrated status, the 2025 Toxic Avenger is free to push the envelope, delivering outrageous set pieces, inventive practical effects, and a level of carnage that is both shocking and darkly funny. Yet beneath the splatter and satire lies a genuine underdog story, one that speaks to anyone who has ever felt powerless or overlooked. The film's blend of horror, comedy, and social commentary ensures that it is more than just a nostalgia trip. It is a bold statement about the power of transformation and the value of standing up to injustice, no matter how monstrous the odds. As the August 2025 release date approaches, anticipation continues to build. The Toxic Avenger is poised not just to reclaim his place as a cult favorite, but to introduce a whole new generation to his bizarre and inspiring brand of heroism. With rave early reviews, a fearless creative team, and a willingness to defy cinematic conventions, the stage is set for Toxie's most outrageous adventure yet. In a world overflowing with polished superheroes and formulaic blockbusters, the Toxic Avenger stands as a gleefully grotesque reminder that heroes come in all shapes, and sometimes in the most unexpected forms. As audiences prepare to witness Winston Goose's transformation on the big screen, one thing is certain: the Toxic Avenger's return will be anything but ordinary.